Hi, everybody. This is Maya Zahira with PsychicProtectionSanctuary.com. And in today's mini lesson, I'm just dropping in to give you some different information about false light entities. So this is a little bit different information than what I have covered before in the past. So for the benefit of anyone who's not familiar with this term, I'm going to go ahead and define false light entities and then go into some of this new information that I would like for you to start considering. A false light entity is any spiritual being that is a negative spiritual being that is pretending to be a benevolent, positive spiritual being. Okay, so there are a variety of different negative beings, not just spiritual, but negative beings that might pretend to be a positive spiritual being. So there are like dark evil spirits, demons, jinn. There are also other types of hyperdimensional, interdimensional spiritual beings that are adept at shapeshifting. There are also extraterrestrial. Certain types of ETs are very good at shapeshifting. So the big umbrella term is false light entity. These are beings that are pretending to be a benevolent being, negative beings that are pretending to be a positive being. So they might shapeshift and pretend to be an angel. They might pretend to be Jesus. So it's not the real Jesus, it's fake Jesus. There's a very common tactic of false light entities pretending to be various different ascended masters. Mary Magdalene is a really popular one that I see, fake Mary Magdalene coming through, not the real one. There's, oh my gosh, just so many. They can pretend to be any benevolent being, like you name it, okay? Even loved ones. So for several years, since 2016, when I had head-on collision with a false light entity. It was a jinn that was pretending to be a council of angels. Since then, I've been talking a lot about false light entities. I am able to see them, identify them, and that's one of my gifts now from that trauma that I went through. And most of what I've talked about in the past few years has been how a lot of New Age has been infiltrated by these false light entities. There are a lot of spiritual workers who are channeling beings that are not who they say they are. But here's the thing that's really been smacking me upside the head like a big 2x4 recently. And it is the fact that it's not just the New Age that is infiltrated by these entities. It is also standard organized religion. So I actually had an experience less than 2 weeks ago where I went to a Christian conference, and I was so shocked to come face to face with a false light entity. There was someone that went up to the altar to share the, quote, gifts of the Holy Spirit. And what came through, the person thought he was working with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And instead, what I clearly saw was an extremely dark entity, like nasty, dark entity that was pretending to be the Virgin Mary. And honestly, it was very disturbing to see that. This is not the only time that I've seen a false light entity come through Christian church. And I plan to start talking about this more in the next couple of months. Also, I'll be talking about the stories of the saints and how some of them were having these, quote, mystical experiences, which I do think mystical experiences are possible, of having communion with God, and that's visions and things like that. But these stories sound very typical of standard jinn encounters, which are one of the types of false light entities. So there's a lot that I'm going to be saying in the future. This is just a little tidbit today just to get you thinking. This is not saying that every single spiritual encounter out there in the New Age or in the Christian world or the organized religious world is all false light. But I am saying that no place is like, I'm saying that false light is everywhere. There's no, I've known several people who've run from the New Age back to Christianity because they had a false light experience. And I'm just saying that no place is free of false light, of negative entities infiltrating. Okay. So the key thing to keep in mind is that you should be developing your discernment, learning about false light. So one place that you could do that is my book, the Psychic Attack Sourcebook, which you can get on Amazon or Audible. There's a chapter on false light, so you can learn about the signs of how to identify what is false light. So again, this is just a little mini lesson, a little tidbit just to get you thinking, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, feel free to visit my website, psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. Lots of love.